It's another sunny day in South Africa, and before we get into it, I just wanted to thank James at James Bee Removal for allowing me to come along and film this removal. His details will be available later on in the video, so keep watching. Here we are in Saxon World with the lesser spotted beekeeper. My God, look at this place. What a nice cone.
So bees tend to not want to stick onto what's on the bottom. Why is it? Because that's where the bees, the ants can crawl. Okay. So this is
They're really calm there.
have to jump inside.
Hey James, they're really calm there.
They are chilled, yeah. Because we smoked them and waited 5 minutes. It's fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to be lazy. I'm going to go inside here. What we're going to do is take these two away, put them out there on the lawn. The ones that are after. Yeah, just take both of them away. Take them straight away out. Everyone got. We're going to bring the beehive over here. Okay. We're going to. Okay. Yes. All right. Put the box there. I'm going to just start. So with what I'm noticing here, these bees are going to be pretty. Puff of smoke, please. I think that's pretty good. So whenever I start, I always want to start from one point. The core of the hive is here. It's always in the center, like the soccer ball. Remember? I'm going to start this side and move my way through. What am I identifying and looking for to transfer into the beehive? What am I looking for?
Brood.
Brood, yeah. So we're going to look for brood, hopefully find a bit of honey.
Go up,
Can you see
go
them?
up.
It's pretty cool.
No, go up.
Okay, so as I'm not even puffing really, and it's just driving the bees off. My knife I left there. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm just going to cut here. Okay, so we're going to look at this piece here. Can you see the bums are in the air? Why are the bums in the air? Because of the smoke. Okay, so I don't really transfer honey when I'm doing this because I just find it leaks and goes all over the way. But we can take out 3 or 4 of those frames, just leave them here for me here, and we might transfer a bit, but we might get a little bit of honey out of here. Not too good just yet.
That's one capture.
This is one capture. You see, I only smoke where I need to chase the bees off. I'm not smoking everywhere, because then all of these bees get frustrated and generate more heat. Come closer, guys. Come. There's lots of space here. Ruptured honey or something.
Apparently it's like wearing tight jeans decreases the...
James.
Okay, so there we go. Somebody, we won't mention his name.
Next.
We won't mention his name, but it's James. And he dropped some. But we like James because we like James. Oh, that's look at all that honey. All right. Hot OPs.
Okay, use the water spray.
Is this honey?
A little bit, yeah. I just need that water bottle bucket.
Coming and think she's jumping.
I think you
Up like that, though. Oh, you
You see them all gathered up at the top here in the roof.
Yeah, they're going to cluster. Yeah, they're going to. If I put honey here, you're going to actually find that they're going to go to the honey because they're actually looking for energy to abscond and leave.
Okay.
That's the only thing that they can take with them. Sorry, how's that? We've got a black bag. Great, thank you. And from underneath. Thank you. Okay, a little bit more. Now, what temperature are they running at?
33.
36 degrees. Okay, so it's very warm and everything wants to melt. The honey wants to run. Everything is in that state of going. So you'll see here, I'm going to measure up where this brood is starting, just underneath the honey cap. Can you see where the honey cap is? There's the brood ending there, and there's the honey starting there. So I'm looking to cut off just underneath the honey cap, so that I can then, and I can just transfer them into a frame. The black plastic bag, if we can start.
James, when you came to inspect this hive, did you kind of suspect what could be behind it, or did you open the doors and have a look first?
I opened the doors and had a look first.
Okay.
It's always nice, eh? That's the adventure.
Thank you.
Hey, you don't ever know what you're going to expect.
All right.
It could have been, the worst is I've done a couple of water pool pumps,
Yeah.
and those can get quite dicey because the guys have left them, and the pool pump lid, as it comes off, everything breaks and ruptures.
Yeah.
So it does become quite tricky, those pool pump ones. So I'm going to, as I come through here, just going to peel off like that. Looking good. I'm looking for the babies. I've got nice young brood over here. Can you see the white little eggs? Can you see the white? Come closer. Inside here, the young grubs. They're going to pupate. That's the pupation form. That's in the egg and larva stage. Can you see that? Cool. So I'm going to put it in like that, and then I need to trim it so that I get the most amount of comb in there. So, but also the wax strip needs to come out, which is a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. That kind of moves in, and then I can just trim this piece off here. If the knife wanted to cut. There we go. All right, and can you see the age of the comb dictates the darkness. The darker the comb means it's older comb. This is a pretty, at least 5 or 6 generations have been raised. Hold the corners for me, please.
And in terms of time, how much time?
Yeah, it's usually 21 days, so it's over 8 months, I'd say. And they're getting darker. We only gone halfway. We're not even halfway yet, so it's going to get more and more as we go through. I'm going to need a couple more bands. Let's just going to steal 2 from here. I'm just going to use an extra one on the corners there.
So when you see the stuff in the shops, is this what you see in the shops?
In the comb, in the pot.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's if it's in the comb, that will be it. So, but this is brood and babies. So we don't. This is what we're going to put into the beehive now.
Oh.
So we're moving their furniture, and remember we've got an empty side and we've got a fuller side because we're not embedding it where the wire is as much as we should. So we want to get it central, but I don't want to destroy too many bees. So as that is, but that has got more space. So I'm going to put this up against this edge as I'm going through.
I'm going to take this and meat them.
Can you see the pollen here? So this is going to be rich. Can you see the pollen there, the oranges?
Yeah.
Can you see the oranges and everything there? Pretty cool. Can you see the orange? Oi. I want to put them on the brood. Can you see that?
Pull the fire.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So what they're looking for is a dark spot. If they find a dark spot, they're like, oh, let's cluster here. But it's all the queens there. They're not going to stay. It's all the queens. So the next brood is looking really nice. It's getting bigger. If you have a look how big the piece is, it looks like the USA.
Greenland as well.
Too soon. Yeah. That's not.
Raai my rakkies nog. Nee. Wat het rakkies nog op.
So nice.
En drink roses.
Lekker. We'll need a tray.
We'll have, just bring it here, put it up right. Other way around. Okay, remember which way is top on this frame? That came from there. So this is now becomes our top. Remember the 3.7 degrees in that they like to dip. So I'm just going to move that up. I'm going to cut this off. There we go.
James, why is the brood more at the top and the bottom and not in the center?
Sorry?
Why is the brood more at the top and the bottom and not in the center?
It's just the time at which they were laid. So when the queen came to do it, and I think so I'm going to have to make them. I think just turn this off here. There we go, and this here. The white gooey stuff? That's all the, unfortunately, baby blood.
Baby blood.
So you were talking about
dying.
the age of the cone earlier, James.
Yeah, this is old. It's like tough,
So we're talking, what, 2 years here?
at least.
2 years.
Just one in the middle, Cyril. Yeah. I actually had a Mr. Fenter the one day, so I said, in the centre, Mr. Fenter. I cringed, but he didn't. Yeah.
They've never heard that before.
Oh, clock it. Yeah, no, I've never been back. I was too embarrassed. Looking for a dark spot. Okay, so next up is a bit more. Where's the smoker? At this stage, we might think about topping it up with a bit of leaves of
Bring it on, Hier is alles nat. Daar is droge stok.
a little bit
So
of
how
dirt.
do you know the boys from the girls?
Ah, good question.
You look
All
at their winters.
No. Richard, I can't take you nowhere, bud. Come on, I thought I told you. I'll show you that now. The drones are big fat. They don't have a sting. They've got 16 chromosomes instead of 32. And they basically, I'll cut it out now. You'll see their cell structure is bigger. So it's double the size.
Yeah, when I opened it.
Oh, do whatever you like. Oh, it's fine. I'm fine.
So you can see these cells. You see how big they are
Yeah.
compared to the other ones? Those are boys. The cells themselves are double the size compared to these. Can you see the size?
Okay, yeah.
So, and what are men good for?
Only one thing.
Anyway, so that's why when it comes to the primary focus is to mate with other queens outside of the hive. They can't mate with their mother. So and in winter they get kicked out because they're not. What are they good for? Nothing. All right. Queens with worker cells is beneficial. Yeah, but this is like a natural swarm. They're going to do what they do naturally. Can you pass the smoke? How many queens should we have?
For instance, I'm thinking about the
Okay, whoa, sorry. Guys, remember at what angle did this come out of, this piece? Right, so we just got to just put it in a bit straight like that. Rather that than having, because they can drown in their cells, because they're like upside down and
they are tilted.
and it's at 3 degrees, yeah.
So,
And gently,
because a queen lasts what, about
3 to 5 years.
So
Well,
mine must have, my one hive must have made a new queen already.
Yeah, and they do it every year on average. That's most
had nog 'n pot.
stats we get is the European stats.
Yeah.
So I think on average every 2 years you're getting a new queen. It's just from what I've noticed that some guys don't even do hive maintenance, and their hive will last 5 years, and then they might just push off on year 5 or 6. Just from being too full and old comb stories. Right. Let's take out a couple of Okay.
And they don't mind being transported somewhere.
At night only, because if we transport them during the day, we'll have about 50 bees left behind, because the foraging bees are all out on the plants and everything. So, and transporting them, they need to get to the point where they reject these elastic bands. So the elastic bands here, they will connect the comb to the roof of the frame. And once that's done, it's established. You know, they're happy with what they've got.
And what do you do with the elastics?
They'll take them out.
They will take them out.
Yeah.
Cool. Like eat them up.
Yeah. So this honey here is getting darker and darker.
That means it's older.
Yeah, but it tastes the best. So these ones have got the strips on it. We can take these elastics off because we don't. They're not. We've only got 4 frames that are going to go in.
Well, I learned a valuable lesson, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, usually I don't have the hive underneath because of that. The reason of the honey falling everywhere. But it was just being lazy, and I thought we could save some. So it's okay.
And you forgot you have a printer.
Yeah. And then another one.
They're going to prefer the hive, they're not going to just go back and start holding.
Yeah, so that's why we're going to leave these doors open.
So these two, do you want to put them
Three
in?
things: dark, dry, and have enough. Dark, dry, and have enough volume. So it's going to be too exposed for them. They're naturally going to. The other thing is what I'd like to do when we finish now is take all of these and put the whole box and put it up against the ceiling.
Oh, wow.
Because then if it's up against the ceiling, they're like, okay, we can't go higher. Let's find the entrance, and then
So you want to lift
I've done it before where I drop it down here and it will make a new nest at the top. So you've got to
So
make
you
sure
need stuff to put underneath it.
all over your head and everything like that. So that's why you come in from the side. Okay. More honey. When you're in the house, you've got bees in it. Just take a fork and pick them out, and then they'll clean themselves off and go from there. All right. Now I'm definitely going to take a walk, take a break. Let's have a breather. I think let's take away your honey now. If you take away your honey, let's put it in the house, or actually put it in the garage.
So, James, is there any behavior that the bees might display that would lead you to where the queen is?
So in a normal established hive, there's a pitch. If they can't find the queen, they release a sound, and that sound gets spread, and they say, we're looking, and the side that's found her don't make that sound. So then that sound it's repeated throughout the colony to say we found the queen. So
Taking a break, James.
that was a break. That was a stretch. Bees on here. The odds are that she's in a handful. You know that. So if she's in the handful there, they'll go in onto the brood. That's the goal.
Will she show herself there? No.
She might, but if you see her, you're lucky. You know, on a good day. You know what I mean? But I like to drop them down deep because they always go to the darkness.
Okay.
And they tend to stay in the box. So if you put them on the lid, they fly. So if you drop them
When
down,
they drop, there's just such a
yeah. You can see them like this. That means that the queen's not there and they're just running.
Isn't it her there?
Right?
There.
Show me.
There.
Oh, that's a boy.
That's a
Okay, well done. You owe me a beer. Okay, guys, this is a male bee. It doesn't have a sting. Can you see on its tail?
Yeah.
It's what are they good for? Nothing. Sounding a drone.
I found something.
Yeah.
You found a big bee.
Yeah. At least you know the difference. She's got a more pointy bum.
She doesn't have a protection detail like any
Actually, funny enough, these girls won't. She'll be very independent of everybody.
Why?
Watch out for your... Looks as if she's in the box.
It's the same with the groups. You want to go off and chill on the tree over here.
If she did, they would all join you on the tree. They'd all be all over the tree. But looking at this is looking good. Can you see how they're clustering? Big clusters in the corners and underneath. Can you see the clusters there?
Yeah.
If you come in under the corners there, we're getting some good clustering bees.
Yeah, you need to climb up.
You can come. I can hold it. Just put your foot here by me, and then just hold, and then just boost you with the hand.
That's right, you can hold on.
Somebody holds the back side.
Don't throw the box over.
Yeah. Okay, they're staying down there. Yeah. And scooping this one up here. No.
There's a goeie spot daar, hè?
Yeah. If you just look around here, because whatever goes into the box generally stays. So what we're going to do is give you the brush, and then we'll plaster it to you on that side.
I don't know where's the brush.
So brush here behind you.
Okay, so it's just, we don't want to crush any bees. Does that make sense? Okay. Scissors around.
Okay.
Because the entrance is
Can
there.
I push it on the lid?
No, underneath, on the base.
Okay. There we killed a few bees, putting the thing down.
It's okay.
James, the good thing is they're swarming back to here.
Yeah, they're going to come with the, because we're chasing them up and out.
Sal hierdie jou help
I don't know, that's where the queen is.
as jy hom agter in die middel sit.
It's interesting to note that James decided to leave the bees in the hive, in their new home, directly above where they were removed from. It's just much easier on the bees than having to be moved from have all their belongings taken away, moved from their old home into their new home, and then transported to a different location all in one day. This gives them a chance to re-establish themselves, and as long as well, I stand to correction here, but as long as the hive isn't moved horizontally more than 3 feet, it should be fine. And vertically, the bees kind of seem to find their new home. It's not really a problem for them. So this is just much easier on them. And he'll be back in 2 weeks and remove a established and strong colony and take them to their new home.